Dale Beaumont and welcome to another episode of Get Published TV. This is the only dedicated show on the internet to help authors and aspiring authors to write, publish and market their own best-selling book. Now, in yesterday's episode, we were actually talking about the back cover of the book, and we were talking about what are the elements or what are the different things that you should have on the back. And as I was kind of trying to express, that every square centimeter or every square millimeter, or if you're in America, a square inch is really important. So you've really got to maximize it. So just to quickly recap again, I'm not going to go into the detail that I did yesterday, but headline is at the top. Underneath that, we've got two short, sharp, punchy paragraphs to really draw people in and explain what's unique or what's different, what's special about your book. Okay, why should they be continuing to read this as opposed to anything else out there? Okay, then in this book you'll discover or you'll learn or whatever it is, and then underneath that you're going to have somewhere between 5 to 10, that's 10 is maximum, bullet points about what are the benefits of not just features, but what are the benefits of the actual book. Then what I was saying is, after that, you've really got probably around about, you've used probably 3/5, you've probably got about 2/5 left, and you've kind of got two different ways to go. You can put both, on there if you kind of are really good with your use of space, and if you've got kind of a larger book, if you've got like a small space to work with, then you may have already run out by now. If you've got a larger space, then it can actually work. The two things are, one, testimonials. So you can use testimonials ideally from high profile people in your industry or in your particular area that you're writing about, to say what they think of the book. So they're things like, this is a must read for anyone who is serious about fly fishing or whatever it is, from Joe Blogg's world champion fly fisherman, or it could be something like this is a groundbreaking book for people that blah 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 blah. So you want to have maybe one or two short testimonials. Now someone might give you a testimonial that goes for half a page. That's obviously, it's sort of useless on the back cover because every line is really critical. So your quotes are probably going to be maybe one short sentence, at the most two short sentences. So if they've given you this much text, maybe you're going to have one line and then a dot, cut all the stuff out, and then put the, finish the end of that sentence if you want, and then put the person's name. And if they're like, Donald Trump, then you probably don't need to say, billionaire property developer, Donald Trump is probably enough. However, if it's somebody that isn't a celebrity or isn't a household name, then underneath, or maybe not underneath, because if you do it underneath, then you're losing another line of text. So what you'd probably do is have the person's name and then a dash, and then next to it, so it's on the same line, write what their claim to fame is. So here, we've actually got a picture of, I've got a testimonial, and in fact, this is a different way of doing it. What we've got here is we've got a testimonial at the very top. So we've got a testimonial at the top and we've got one at the bottom. Now that kind of breaks what I was talking about before by having a headline at the top, but what this person has done is they've put it in an actual box and they've reversed the color. So here we've basically got black text on white, here they've got white text on a black background. So technically the start of the back is here, so that kind of works. But they've got Alan Pease and then they've got author of 8 #1 bestsellers. So they've got the name of the person and what their claim to fame is. So we've got headline, we've got two short sharp paragraphs, we've got our bullet points, and then we've got one or two short testimonials from high profile people ideally, or at least high profile people in your particular field or industry that you're writing about, and they're going to go in there. Now if you've got enough space, you can do the last thing, or if you haven't got enough space, you may want to not have the testimonials, and instead you may want to have a bio, a short bio of yourself. Now this person has managed to fit everything in. It's not always possible. They've got everything that I was mentioning before, and they've got 2 testimonials, one here and one here, or they could have had 2 here. And then they've also got a bio of this particular person, and again, they've put white writing on a black background with a picture of the person. So sometimes you have to choose. You have to say what's more important, to put a bio of me or to put some testimonials, and occasionally you'll decide either way. It's really up to you. It comes down to, do you want to be promoting yourself as an authority and as an expert? If so, then you might want to put in a bio of yourself, but if not, maybe you're just going to fill it with testimonials. Now, in my case, because I've got 16 different contributing authors in my book, by the time that I actually mentioned who all of those people are, then I didn't have any room for myself. And I really didn't even have any room for testimonials because I wanted to put photos of some of the people that are in my book. So in order to make up for it, when you actually open one of my books, a bookmark fell out there, the first 1-2 pages are actually testimonials. So I couldn't have any testimonials on my back cover because I didn't have the space, so I put testimonials here and here. So when they open up the book, that's the first thing that they see. I also didn't have enough room to put a bio of myself. So what I did is I actually put the bio of myself inside the back cover. So I've got a picture of myself there with a little bio and my website, dalebeaumont.com, at the bottom. So there's one other element that you're going to have. There's actually a few other elements, but one other main element, and that is a call to action. So I'll just summarize again. Headline, 1 or 2 short, sharp, punchy paragraphs. Then in this book you'll discover then your bullet points, somewhere between 5 to 10 bullet points. Then 1 or 2 short testimonials. Then, if you've got the space, a bio of yourself that says what gives you the right, what gives you the authority to actually, be an expert or to actually write this book, with integrity. Are you just someone that, has been fly fishing for all of 1 week, or have you been doing it for the last 20 years and have you won awards or championships, or, have you been coaching others in the area for many, many years? So that is kind of gives you the credibility and the permission to say, yes, this person is an expert, therefore I want to listen to them. And also maybe a photo of yourself as well, because a photo builds a lot of rapport and connection. But the one thing that you must have is you must have a call to action. So it could be something along the lines of, if you are ready to dramatically, increase your success in fly fishing, buy this book now. Something along those lines. That's a bit corny and a bit, I probably wouldn't go with it, but you got the idea. So if you're ready to, or, if you want, then, so what you're saying is, you've got 2 lines there, is basically, if you want this, if you want to grow a multi-million-dollar business, then buy this book, or grab your copy today, or take action and start reading. There are a few different examples. What that is a call to action. It's saying, now you've read this, now you need to do something. You're telling the person exactly what you want them to do. Alright, so they're the main elements of the back cover of your book. Now there's a couple of other little bits and pieces that you may or may not want to put on there. In fact, one of them you must put on there, but some other ones is you may want to you must have, if you're selling it in bookshops, a barcode. Okay, so in each individual country, there's agencies that you need to contact in order to get a barcode. In Australia, you probably need to go to thorpe.com.au, and that's where you get a barcode from. In America, there's different places. So if you do some Google searching, you'll be able to find it. And each country has a website. They're an agency, and you may pay some money. Normally, you either buy 1 or you can buy like a pack of 5 or a pack of 10. So if you're doing multiple books, and it becomes cheaper, but you want to have a barcode. Some other things which you may or may not want to have is the recommended retail price, the category of the book, what category it's actually in. You may want to have your website, you may want to have the publisher's website, and you also may want to have some bonus gifts as well. Now, I've just gone through those last 4 very, very quickly. In fact, I probably should do another video where I talk about those in more detail, because again, there's pros and cons of going each way. You can probably tell there's lots of information here, and yes, I am being very anal and very detailed when it comes to this, but it's really so important, and you've got to get this, you've got to get it right in order for your book to really become commercial success, and also to make sure that you're able to get this book out there into the hands of lots and lots of people. So this is Dale Beaumont from Get Published TV. Thanks again for watching. Make sure you come back again tomorrow to learn more great tips about how you can become a more successful author.